Recording.
Right, Brian. What we would like to do is give some feedback from yesterday's breakdown we had. CR19. As you know, we were called up to CR19 to investigate what was meant to be the boom at Terry wasn't working. But as we know, that wasn't the case. So what we'll do is we'll start at the start. I like a bit of positive here in this, what happened is when you actually went, first thing you did is when we arrived at the site, you went straight in the office to speak to the man, make sure you got authorisation. But what I also like you did is, not only did you, for the short conversation that you had with him, you managed to get out which equipment it was, you managed to tell him that we're here on site, ready to work on it, and if it was safe to do so, and you also got a brief description of what he said the fault was. So you managed to kind of cover quite a lot in such a small space of time that you're actually discussing them. Following on to that, when we got out, you went straight to the crane, you went straight in, got your trick card out, you filled your trick card out, you ticked all the correct boxes, you raised all the correct issues, we had a good clean conversation about what the risks were involved, we've got all the permits in place, ready to go. And then when it came to actually performing the job, you showed confidence. You went straight to the area. You must have known previously of what was going wrong. You must have had I don't know some idea of what was the situation was. You kind of went straight to that area, and then when I was given the function test for air flowing, you knew what you were doing.
Well, I could see, when you was moving the handle, I could actually see that the disconnect valve was staying sideways because the handle kept open down, so the magnet wasn't. So I took off the wires off the other one to change over to see if it wasn't the wiring was a problem or if it was the part itself. So once I changed the wires and was still doing it, I knew it was a part, so that's when I decided
To change the units.
change the unit.
I mean, that itself is, I mean, you're 100% correct there. By swapping your wires around like that, you're like you say, you're testing the unit and you're testing the wiring to see what the fault was. And so you're more than competent enough to do that. I was quite impressed with that. Once you realised what it was and you removed that item, you managed to go straight towards your book. You had no hesitations, you knew exactly the crane number, you knew exactly where it was, you knew exactly where your book was, and you went find your correct parts. I mean, there's a lot here which is 100% correct in your abilities. And
The thing is, with the parts, we can't activate the part in the stores unless we get a work order, so we'll be torn, get a work order, go through the job and get the parts out.
yeah,
Once we got the part out, you can see it was the right part, but the shaft was different ones. So out of the two, the old one and the new one, we had to take the shaft out the old one and then the new one. Because
it's slightly different.
it's slightly different.
Yeah.
So we just changed the shafts over, back up to the crane and fitted the piece. We did a function test.
I mean, but even by comparing the two together, I mean, you had the sides to say, well, listen, this is my new piece, this is my old piece, let's just double check, make sure they're correct.
Yeah.
You then just go ahead and fit them and zoom in these things. Yeah, I was quite impressed with your performance yesterday. As far as the job was done, it was done within a nice timely zone. Although we didn't have a time frame to go in, it was done
Safely.
It was done safely and it was done within a short period of time. So I have no problems with or there's no issue. The man was satisfied when you handed the machine back over. He seemed to be impressed with you and impressed with your performance. So unless there's anything else you want to, you feel there's anything that could have been better. Do you feel that there's anything Are you happy enough? Are you-
I'm happy enough for your job, and the client's back in service, the job is done, we've got it back. Sometimes, as I said, it's not the right part, we have to swap pieces just to get it, but the client's back in service and it's working.
I suppose that's the main thing, isn't it? And you did it
So
safely.
safely, and Abdi's happy.
Oh, that's good. Okay, happy?
Yeah, I like it.
Excellent, thank you very much.